contest and win after the second round of voting. But for the others, it was clean. They were unopposed, but they needed voice votes to reclaim their seat. But interesting, in Ekiti, let's go to Ekiti very quickly. Ayodeji Desmond Alabi beat the incumbent, and it was a landslide. He thoroughly beat the incumbent, Dr. Isaac Ayodele, to becoming the Ekiti FA chairman. And that's been long coming because it looks like Ayodele Isaac has been having problems with the FA in Ekiti. They've had to sometimes suspend him, and then it won't follow due process and all of that. But the elections eventually came, and Ayodeji Desmond Alabi has beat the incumbent. So Desmond Alabi Ayodeji is now the FA chairman in Ekiti. Interesting story that we told you about in Anambra. It's getting deeper and deeper, the crisis rocking the Anambra State Football Association. Remember, we told you that 7 of the board members impeached their chairman, Chief Mike Ume. But then what has happened is that it has broken that association into 2. There are now 2 factions, one led by Mike Ume, the other led by Jude Obigwelu, who is Mike Ume's vice chairman. All right, so right now what is happening in Anambra is that the 2 groups are going ahead with parallel electoral committees. All right, so I don't know, it's getting messy, and I think something needs to be done about that Anambra FA. And then in Edo, electoral committee postponed the elections, and of course it's been greeted with widespread condemnation by stakeholders and aspirants who were looking forward to the elections, only to get to election venue to be told that the elections have been moved further. And of course, Frank Elaboya, remember him, former Lagos State Sport Writers Association chairman, is also contesting to be the FA chairman in Edo State. Looks interesting, really. And then in Lagos, the FA elections will be holding tomorrow, and then for Oyo, the elections will be holding on Wednesday. So a lot is going on as we speak, and we hope that all of these things will just go on smoothly. Things will be done in line with the statutes of football, so that we don't have cases going to court and all of that has marred our football in the past. That's just to give you a quick wrap-up of the stories we've been able to piece together around some of the state FAs. Tomorrow, we will be here again to give you more updates around the state FA elections. And then don't forget, before the end of this week, we have to bring the chairman of chairmen and the chairman of the NFF State FA Elections Monitoring Committee, Ibrahim Guzo. We have to bring him back on this show for him to tell us what they've seen from all the elections that have held in different parts of Nigeria and what they hope will be the norm going forward. All right, so that's a promise. Before the end of the week, we'll try to get him back on sports tonight. But let's take you to Abuja. This time, bring you this very beautiful report. Our man in Abuja put this together for us. They've had the elections in Abuja. The FCT Football Association have had the elections, and it went smoothly. They're already looking forward to how they will be able to generate their own funds independently and be able to carry out their own program. So let's take you to Abuja now. Bring you this report. We'll come back for more on Sports Tonight.
This voting exercise is done once in every 4 years to elect new board members into the FCT Football Association. Like other grassroots football associations across the country, most clubs in the FCT are crawling because of poor funding from their owners.
The problem is most of these clubs belong to the ministries and departments. Finances are always our problem in Abuja. If it were an individual, he knows where to go and get his own money. But for the ministry, department, it's not easy to get money these days.
The chairman of the FCT Football Association, who was re-elected, says this problem has made it impossible for clubs to progress to the Glo Premier League.
Our problem we used to have is most of these clubs, they are government-owned organizations. And before league starts, most of them, they don't have money at hand. And before you know it, the league has gone to the middle edge of the competition, and they have no fund at hand. You can't go and pursue this league at these stages of the competition without funding.
Meanwhile, the representative of the Nigerian Football Federation, Otumba Dele Ajayi, says there is need for football clubs to be transparent in the administration of their finances. According to him, investors would only put their money in clubs they have confidence in.
When the sponsors, when they know that you will spend their money very well, they will be ready to invest. Why is Glo investing about 1 billion in Man U? He knows that his money will be judiciously spent. So when people believe that we will judiciously spend their money, corporate bodies also will invest in NFF.
Having identified the problems they contend with in the last 4 years of running the FCT Football Association, it is expected that these new board members elected into the FCT Football Association will change the fortune of grassroots football in the FCT.
All right, so that's it. FCT football, a lot of the clubs really groaning under that weight of financial stress. And I hope that things will really turn around for football and the clubs in the FCT. But the clubs are different from the FA. But then the FA also will need the funds to be able to operate their own programs independently, not just depend on government all the time. Come to think of it, Austin, if Ondo State is waiting for the Ondo government, FCT, who would they be waiting for? FCT minister?
I don't understand.
No, they wait for the president. That's the president.
But we're getting a lot of feelers from these elections. From these elections, you can actually know those administrators that want to come in to change football. But we're going to see others that are just there because they think they have personal gains and the like. I like the way the elections are going at the moment, but just hope we don't go to any magistrate court this time around. I like the drama in Ekiti State was the Battle of Ayers. And that you beat an incumbent and if says reason to leave.
Yes, peacefully.
It's lovely.
Peacefully.
That's how it should be. Not the story we're hearing in Anambra State.
2 factions already. All right. Let's see how it goes, but I hope that at the end of the day, reason will prevail and the interest of the game will be the center, the main attraction for all those that want to come on board to administer football at the different states. All right, let's now come to the football on the pitch. We talked about it, the high point of the weekend for us. A lot of your comments coming through on Twitter. Dream team, really looking like the dream team of 1996. They went to Gabon and did the business against Gabon. Fantastic result for the dream team. Now, I think, do we still need to talk about the second leg?
We should.
Because after, we should be looking at playing Zambia.
Oh, well, but this is football.
Anyway, the business of second leg still needs to be sorted out before we play Zambia.
And when you win your second leg convincingly, then it balances the story that you went to Gabon to do a good job. Again, what did that result tell us over the weekend? Coach Samson Siasia once again proved that I am the man when talking about developmental football in Nigeria. Because look at, he actually brought this team from scratch.
Yeah.
That's why people are forgetting.
Yes, just about 3 months ago. There was no team. Yeah.
He assembled this team, did nationwide screening, brought down players, spoke to them, and they're already getting this sort of results. Good one for Coach Samson Siasia. He deserves our commendation. And with the way, I mean, you travel away to win 4-1
against the team that are the reigning African champions.
There you go. So
says a lot about the team.
Exactly, it speaks about your quality. So let's just hope when they come to Abuja, they'll get the job done. You know, stroll past Zambia, and we'll hope and drive for the the games.
And Austin, the good news for me is that the last dream team were this good at the beginning, but then we were all foreign based. We were so dependent on the foreign base that when the foreign base failed to show up, we knew we were in trouble. But the good thing about this team is that they are majorly home-based players. Majorly. 95% home-based players. So you can always call them to camp anytime you want to call them to camp, and they are ready to play. Stay in camp for as long as possible. And then, but the little issue of bonus, that's the issue.
But
the guys are complaining about the bonus being paid. $1,000 winning bonus.
But come on, guys, that's what I was saying. At this level, just give your best for your career. And you
don't worry too much about the money.
They always forget that the bigger picture is there for you to see. Don't allow $1,000 bonus and the rest. You're not the Super Eagles. You've not won the Olympics. There's still a lot. Just stay focused and then
don't worry too much about the bonus.
But I wanted to chip in a word for what you said about the need for us to develop our homegrown talents. My colleague Jumnodi Okonta, big ups to him whenever he comes out to say we need to look inwards, and that's what Coach Samson Siasia has has done. Now there is no shaking. Even though if Alex Iwobi or whoever
If they
is
don't
coming,
come,
they don't come, he has a team on ground that
That
can
can deliver.
actually execute the mission. That was the big mistake of Austin Eguavoen, you know, but now Coach Samson Sese has come to correct.